Hello, good morning, and welcome to a very special Saturday edition of 10 with Ben. A special Saturday edition because it is Saturday. It is August 24th, 2024, which makes today the one day of the year that I can call my special day. Today is my birthday. So I come to you on my birthday. That's right, with a special edition of 10 with Ben. As always, we'll get started with the baseball reference Immaculate Grid. We will finish with whatever it is I feel like talking about. Hopefully, I'm sure, something that you'll be interested in hearing about. So let's get started. As always, we have to compensate for that glare. The baseball reference Immaculate Grid, for those of you that may be tuning in for the first time or skip over this part and want to watch it, the Immaculate Grid is a daily 9-square grid brought to us by the fine folks at Baseball Reference, where we need to match the player throughout baseball history that is the correct answer for the intersecting spot on the grid. There are 9 squares on the grid. We get 9 guesses. Cannot use the same player twice. If we go 9 for 9, we will have achieved the Immaculate Grid, at which point we'll be assigned a rarity score. The lower the rarity score, the more unique and elite your baseball knowledge is. The higher the rarity score, hey, great job going 9 for 9. Your guesses, pretty common. As always, here at 10 with Ben, we strive for a single-digit rarity score. And would you take a look at this? The fine folks at Immaculate Grid know that it's my birthday, so they gave us the Boston Red Sox here on the grid. Hopefully this is nice and easy. We will get started with the first section of the grid, a player who played for the San Francisco Giants and the Boston Red Sox at some point in their career, played for both franchises. There are a lot here, right? Ellis Burks. I think if we were to go a little more obscure, Cody Ross maybe. I'm going to go back a little farther than that. I'm going to go with Todd Benzinger. Todd Benzinger, correct answer. A San Francisco Giant, or I guess a New York Giant, someone who's part of that franchise throughout history that has won an MVP award. Look, there's not a whole lot of them, at least not that I know of, right? Barry Bonds, Willie Mays, Willie McCovey, Buster Posey, Kevin Mitchell in '89, Jeff Kent in 2000. So it's going to be between Mitchell and Kent. Which one do you think? Which one do you think is going to be the more rare guess there? Should we go Mitchell? Let's go Mitchell. 6% of the people have guessed Kevin Mitchell. I'd be interested to see how many picked Jeff Kent. A San Francisco Giant with a 6-WAR or better season, right? So a lot of those MVPs that we just mentioned are probably going to fit that bill there. For me, I like to do a little hack with the 6-WAR seasons and go with starting pitchers. So I'm going to go with Jason Schmidt. He had some monster seasons for the Giants in the early 2000s. All right, next row. Threw a no-hitter while pitching for the Boston Red Sox. So, in my lifetime, I think there's been 4 Red Sox no-hitters, right? Lester, Buchholz, Derek Lowe, and Hideo Nomo. If I go before my lifetime, I think Jim Lonborg may have thrown one. There was a couple guys in the 60s. I mean, of course, I know my Red Sox history. One guy with a crazy last name, like Don or Dan or Jim Montebanco. I'm not going to guess him because I don't know how to spell his name. But I do know my Red Sox history, my baseball history. It was thrown 3 weeks after a gentleman by the name of Earl Wilson threw a no-hitter. It was like the shortest span between no-hitters in history by the same team. Earl Wilson, who, by the way, happened to be an African-American player, one of the first after the Red Sox were the last team to integrate. Earl Wilson is correct. Okay. threw a no-hitter and won an MVP. So Clayton Kershaw, Justin Verlander, Eckersley threw a no-hitter when he was a starting pitcher for Cleveland, I think. Won an MVP as a reliever with the A's. Just trying to think of pitchers that won MVPs. I don't know if Bob Gibson or Sandy Koufax ever threw a no-hitter. Isn't that crazy? I'm sure they did. I'm going to go Vita Blue. Vita Blue. Yeah, okay. A pitcher who threw a no-hitter and had a 6-WAR or better season in their career. Well, John Lester would have been an obvious guess for the Red Sox threw a no-hitter. Let's see how obscure that might be on the 6-WAR season that threw a no-hitter. We're going to go John Lester. Yeah, okay. So now the final category on the grid. A player who had 200 hits in a season while playing for the Boston Red Sox. Now, Nomar, Boggs, Jim Rice, my all-time favorite player, would definitely fit that category. But I see underneath that category is 200 hits in a season and won an MVP. So we're probably going to save Jim Rice for that. 200 hits in a season for the Red Sox. Bill Buckner. Bill Buckner did it, and might have been in 86. Was it 86 or 85? I know he had like 200 or 201 hits on the dot. Bill Buckner is correct. All right. MVP that had 200 hits in a season. So here's the thing. Excuse me. I look at the final category here. 6-WAR season with 200 hits in a season. So I could save Jim Rice for that. 200 hits in a season, won an MVP. Dustin Pedroia works there. Ryan Sandberg works there. Jimmy Rollins works there. But those guys also work for that other category. So I'm going to go Jim Rice here. All right. Well, we know we're going to have an Immaculate Grid. I don't think we're going to have a single-digit rarity score based on the Kevin Mitchell and Vita Blue answers. So who's it going to be? 200 hits in a season, 6-WAR season. Kirby Puckett, Jimmy Rollins, Ryan Sandberg. Which one do you want to go with? All right, cool. We'll do that. We'll go Jimmy Rollins here. Or we could have gone Pedroia. I'm going to stick with Rollins. Jimmy Rollins gets us to a rarity score of 16. Hey, not bad. I'll take it on the birthday edition Immaculate Grid. We also took up over 8 minutes doing that grid, so I'm going to wrap up here with just a couple things. As we head into the birthday weekend, the Red Sox last night, coming off that big series win against the Astros, dropped a Friday night home opener to a series against a great Arizona Diamondbacks team. We pretty much could have skipped the game. The Red Sox have won something like 2 games all season in Fenway Park on a Friday night. For some reason, they're terrible, right? And they got smacked. So if I were to predict the final 2 games of the series, the Sox will win a nail-biter today and by a comfortable margin tomorrow, take the series 2-1, because that's what they do. Look, I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I thought I might, right? We'll talk about the Red Sox. Terrible loss last night, kind of expected. What else do we have on tap for this weekend? I believe today, Florida State and Georgia Tech are going to kick off the football season. They may be playing right now in Dublin, Ireland, so can you believe it? College football is already here. A week from today, we'll have the Hurricanes opening their season against the Florida Gators. As always, we got high hopes for our Canes. See how that works out. We have the big all-in pay-per-view in Wembley Stadium for AEW coming up tomorrow evening. world title match between Swerve Strickland and Daniel Bryan in a retirement match, and then MJF and Will Ospreay, the hometown guy, for the new American title. I gotta run. Thanks for watching 10 with Ben. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell them to like, subscribe, and tell their friends. 10 with Ben, birthday edition.